Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping. Otherwise, short for Delhi London Guna, Space, Romeo Echo Papa Papa, Indigo November. And just now the light has just gone, so just bear with me. Things just playing up. It will come back. Just bear with me. Oh, this is not nice. Oopsie daisy. We've got a technical fault with the light. Again, welcome to another Premier League review of Arsenal. Premier League roundup review of all the games that happened over the course of the weekend from all 10 fixtures, including Monday's game between West Ham and Bournemouth. Trying to get the light back on. It's just not having none of it. Oops, let's be patient. Oh, there's something there. Okay. If you can, this is. Oh, hello. No. Oh gosh, this is not nice. Yep. Hello, viewer. I'm having problems with the light. Just bear with me. Oh, here we go. Hey, back to normality. So, sorry about that technical hiccup. Oh, just, oh. This is winding me up a little bit, so just bear with me. I'll be honest with you. It's not what happens. Here we go. So, before getting to the roundup, I would like you to smash the thumbs up like button after 4 minutes of fiddling about with the light, but we finally got some light back. Make sure you smash the thumbs up like button. Do help me by sharing this channel virally amongst your friends and your relatives, sorry, let me rephrase that again. Do help me share this channel virally all over the globe, especially amongst your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. The main aim is to share this channel amongst your friends and relatives and tell them to share it amongst their friends or your relatives. Their friends or their relatives, should I say, yeah? And thumbs up, like buttons smashed. If you would like to comment on your team's brilliant or abysmal performances, the chat is open for any questions, any debates, any chat. Leave it in the chat, yeah? Remember, my chat is for positive feedback only, yeah? So let's keep it polite and respectful. And last but not least, help me by subscribing to my channel, yeah? Smash the sub button for me. Left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately. My aim is for 1,000 subscribers, yeah? By the end of this year, beginning of the new year. So we're still going at a push. I know there's not been any subscribers recently, but I am pushing. And yes, the editing could improve a hell of a lot. So that's my aim. So do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all that for me. So first game of the Premier League weekend, Nottingham Forest v Liverpool. Now, this was like a David and Goliath clash here. But I'll tell you what, I think David was very much up for it. The crowd was up for it, being the home support. And I'll tell you what, the Forest players lived up to expectations. Early chances, early on the front foot for Forest. Jesse Lingard had a shot on target. I think Liverpool could have scored for a set piece. Van Dijk missing one of 3 chances he had with a header. And let's say a free kick comes, I think a cross comes in for the right. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold with the set piece. Van Dijk's got up above any Forest player. And all he needs to do is just guide it into the back stick, really. And he's done that, but he's trying to tee up a Liverpool player. However, I think Forest contributed a lot in that second half. And Alisson had to pull off some splendid saves. Dean Henderson, he was on splendid form as well. And he was obviously busy of the 2 goalkeepers. In the second half, Forest got on the front foot. Good bit of build-up play. Cross comes in. Awoniyi hitting the post, and then on the rebound, smashing it to the top of the net, really, towards the top middle, and the City ground went pandemonium. My word, Forest did deserve to take the lead, and I will admit that. But Liverpool had a number of chances to equalise, and you would have thought the goal was coming. The chances that Liverpool was squandering, it was beyond me. However, you have to give Forest tremendous credit, not only by the way they scored the goal. You can look at their intensity, every player pressing a defender on a Liverpool player on the ball, winning individual battles. And for Liverpool, on another day, they convert those chances and possibly win the game, or at least get a draw. It wasn't to be, and it was Forest's day. So it finished Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. Next game, Everton v Crystal Palace. For me, I just saw an Everton side determined to make an impression in front of their home crowd. Passing, the movement was slick. Anthony Gordon causing all ends of problems as he does. And it's no surprise that Everton went 1-0 up during that first half. Excuse me. Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a fine goal, putting Everton 1-0 up. And Everton went from strength to strength. I think Crystal Palace weren't really at the races as such. However, they did. I think they did try cause problems within the second half. I think they responded pretty sharply, knowing that they were 1-0 down. But Everton were obviously on the ascendancy, and you could see once they got into another spell of possession, they were moving the ball as quick as they can, dictating play as they were doing. And they were 2-0 up. Who got the second goal? I can't remember who got the second goal, but it was a fine finish. And Everton were wary of their lead. And Palace looked down but not out. But Everton surged on forward and get another goal. And who would have got their third goal? Was it a defender? I don't think it was a defender. Someone in the midfield, I believe, got another goal for themselves. It might, no, I don't think, obviously it won't the Corey. He's been out injured or missing somewhere. Well, nevertheless, Everton got the third goal, the killer goal. I think Anthony Gordon got onto the score sheet, if I'm corrected. If there's any Everton fans who are watching, let me know who got the third and final goal. And Palace, well, they have not been playing well of recent games, and it caught up with them. And Everton at home, you would fancy them to cause problems and, look to get a result, and get a result they did. So it finished Everton 3, Crystal Palace 0. Next game, Manchester City v Brighton of Albion. You would think on paper one-way traffic, and in the first half, the way City started off like a house on fire, causing Brighton all sorts of problems, passing them around to death, and it's only a matter of time until they get the first goal. You know it, Haaland, Erling Brawl Haaland with a good finish. Never in doubt. They were 1-0 up. And before you know it, City in the second half, I mean, Brighton over Albion, make no mistake, they didn't really, I don't think they did enough to express themselves and to apply the application and the intensity which was needed. And come the second half, City did exactly the opposite, applied that application, the intensity, and they got a penalty, which was converted superbly by Haaland. However, Brighton showed their intensity. They had a chance or two, as I can remember, and Leon Trossard, their former player who's been linked with a top 6 move, got a goal and got a goal in the early in the second half. But in the first half, Ederson did. I forgot to say that Ederson made a rare mistake from what looked like an attempted pass to a Man City player, intercepted by a Brighton player. Danny Welbeck went for the lob, and he got the technique horribly wrong. But having saying that, in the second half, it was 2-1, game one. But Man City had other ideas, and they got the job done in the end by getting the third goal. Don't know if it was Riyad Mahrez who got the killer goal, or was it Gundogan, or was it? I'll tell you what, it might have been Foden. But the main thing is Man City got the job done, and they closed the gap on Arsenal by a point. So it finished Man City 3, Brighton of Albion 1. Next game, last Premier League game for Saturday was Chelsea v Manchester United. I think Manchester United looks sharp on the front foot, created the opportunities. I think Kepa Arrizabalaga was found in fine form, and Manchester United did look very dangerous, especially with Antony, with that trusted left foot. However, Chelsea grew into the game as such, and I don't think they particularly had the best of the first half. I've been saying that Chelsea improved in the second half, and they were worthy of their lead through. Well, they were worthy of getting the lead, but couldn't convert their opportunities. However, Chelsea get a penalty, which was Chelsea got a penalty which was rightfully rewarded and converted by Jorginho. But credit to Man United, character and personality was shown, and at the dying death of the game, Casemiro gets a header in that crosses the line by 2 inches, and that gives Manchester United a point, a share of the spoils with Chelsea. But for Chelsea and Manchester United, they may look at it as 2 points dropped each way. So it finished Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. Next is Sunday's game, Aston Villa v Brentford. For me, it was a very lively start by Villa. On the front foot, on the ascendancy at all times. Brentford really struggled in that first half, and no surprise, they went 1-0 up. Good little build-up play for a set piece, and Leon Bailey on the score sheet. Then moments later, it was destined to be 2-0, and again Villa playing that build-up game, very patient. Leon Bailey at the heart of it again, finds Danny Ings with an assist, and he tucks it in at the near post very neatly, 2-0, and Villa are in complete control. Brentford, well, the defending was in sixes and sevens, and well, what can I say? Villa again, with Ollie Watkins having an opportunity for himself where he blazed over from 20 yards over the bar on the right hand side of goal. But you have to credit Villa; they were so much up for it, and I think the third goal came at half time, and that was a penalty that was well taken by I think Danny Ings to score his second goal of the game to make it 3-0 to Villa. And in the second half, well, it was only a matter of time until Villa got the fourth goal. They were on the ascendancy, looking sharp and dangerous. And Ollie Watkins got his goal after 3 attempts. And before you know it, it was 4-0. And Watkins was so delighted to break the goal drought, should I say. Other than that, Ivan Toney had some harsh words to say, but the truth was, he said that we were a shambles and we played like boys. We performed like boys, and he's not wrong there. And Thomas Frank was asked in the post-match, what happened? I'll tell you what happens. 3 goals were caused by us. 3 poor goals. And it was nice to hear how honest he was. So it finished Aston Villa 4, Brentford 0. Leeds United v Fulham. A must-win game for Leeds United. Home support, home advantage, of course. However, it didn't ball that well for Fulham. They were on form, on a bit of a run, and I think they started off brightly, creating a number of key chances. Leeds United came back into the game, but against the run of play, they did get a goal. Good build up on the right. Harrison with a shot on his on the right hand side with a left-footed curler shot, blocked, but Rodrigo on hand to head in an open goal. 1-0 to Leeds. However, Fulham got back into the game with their perseverance and pressing and great attacking play. Pereira one-on-one with the goalkeeper, pulled off a good save from Millier, but Fulham were not to be denied. They win a corner, good little play by Willian. In swinging by I think Pereira, and Mitrovic does what he does best, shrugs off the defender and gets the equaliser. And it was fully deserved. But in the second half, Fulham were much more the superior team. You could see that by the way they were passing the ball, the movement of the ball, and how dangerous they looked on the counter attack. Mitrovic at the heart of it again. Having saying that, Fulham did go up the other end, and well, the marking by Leeds United was just abysmal. Cross comes in from the right in the second half, and Dekakova Reed with acres of space, no one marking him, 2-1, and then from a set piece situation on the right, good bit of play, in fact, by Harrison Reed, who could have got on a score sheet early in the first half, and was denied by a top-class goal line clearance in the first half. However, I think he was the midfielder who teed up William for a tap-in, and a tap-in he got. So for me, it was 3-1. Game was done. However, late on, Leeds went on the attack at the other end. Late on, just going to be a consolation. Gerhard with a through ball to Summerfield, who slots it at the near post. But the game was done and dusted, and Fulham deserved all 3 points back to the Craven Cottage. So it finished Leeds United 2, Fulham 3. Southampton v Arsenal. Now, first half completely dominated by Arsenal. High intensity, superb. Very slick with their passing, and of course, well valued for the lead. Benjamin Wright put through by a slick back heel by Bukayo Saka. He crosses it low, and Xhaka smashes it with his weaker foot, which is the right top middle. Keeper no chance. However, before the goal, Jesus had a couple of good opportunities to get onto the score sheet, and he was denied, and not possibly, and should have had a penalty. But God knows why the referee didn't go and have another look at it on the screen. However, in the second half, Arsenal came out of the traps as they did. First 10 minutes, they were looking to put the game to bed, and Jesus was put through again, but to be denied by a brilliant tackle. And the longer the game went on, the more Southampton grew into the game, and they did grow into the game in the second half. And it was a fine bit of movement by Southampton from the goalkeeper to. Well, it all started with the goalkeeper finding a pass, and then the build-up was very good. And Elyounoussi, who put in a fine block on Jesus, went up the other end to tee up Armstrong for the equaliser, where he slots it past Ramsdale at the far post. And a set-piece situation with Ward-Prowse. Then he calls all confusion. Aribo shifts it on his left foot, has a shot straight at Ramsdale. But other than that, Arsenal were going for it at the end, and Eddie Nketiah has a scuff shot deflected for a corner. But other than that, Arsenal will feel not to panic as such, and I don't think they will. However, Southampton, that's a good point for them, and I think that takes the pressure off Ralph Hasenhuttl. And Arteta has said that we needed to be clinical. We had 4 clear chances, and should have done better. Nevertheless, it finished Southampton 1, Arsenal 1. Next game, Wolves v Leicester City. Again, Wolves in the first half, they weren't too bad, just wasteful in front of goal. But other than that, they did have opportunities to take the lead. But for me, Leicester were different in class. And what a fine strike by Youri Tielemans. What a cracking goal. 2 goalkeepers would not have saved that. All from James Maddison, in-swing and set piece. Defender heads it out. Youri Tielemans hits it on the volley at the right height, and my word, top bins all over. Other than that, Leicester were on the ascendancy from there, and it was no surprise they got a second goal. Oh, I've forgotten the goal scorer. Who was the goal scorer? Oh, Harvey Barnes. Lovely 1-2. Johnny was booked in earlier before that goal. That's it. Johnny was booked earlier before the goal, and then Harvey Barnes was running at him, played a slick 1-2 with his pace. Was always going to get the better of Johnny, and he launches onto it to score a fine Leicester second goal. And then the third goal, wow. James Maddison shifts it in, on the outside, past the defender, and releases a right-footed shot. Very good goal. And that's Leicester on the ascendancy. Although Wolves were still battling, they looked like they were mentally done. And you could see by the fourth goal how they were opened up too easily. And low cross comes in, and Jamie Vardy gets a tap in, 4-0. and it finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Leicester City 4. Next game, Tottenham v Newcastle United. For me, Tottenham had the early chance of the game, and it came from Heung-min Son with a curling effort from 20 yards. See them go in from him, but just skinned the top of the roof of the net. However, a poor error of judgment through Eric Dyer passing the ball back and Nenny catching Lewis out with an own goal. However, there was another long pass. Hugo Lewis failed to deal with it. No foul by Callum Wilson. He then reverses his run, receives the first touch of the ball on his left, and he chips Lewis into an empty net. Finished didn't finish 1-0, but it was 1-0 and fully deserved. Newcastle looked like they were the most superior team, and in the second half, in the first half, sorry, Newcastle's form player Almiron with a fine goal, and I mean a fine goal. Good build up. He's gone the outside of the Tottenham defender, shifts it onto his left at the far post, and beaten Lewis. All ends up 2-0 Newcastle, and they were worthy of their lead. Despite Tottenham coming out in the second half on the front foot and getting a goal for a set piece, I think it was always Newcastle's game, and the way they contributed to that game, you could see Newcastle deserved to win that game. And Joe Willock having a teasing shot that was deflected off of Callum Wilson, but wide. But nevertheless, I think Newcastle were worthy of their lead. Spurs would claim they should have had a penalty, but never ever a pen, not in the month of Sunday. And Newcastle were worthy of their victory. So it finished Spurs 1, Newcastle United 2. Last but not least was yesterday's game, West Ham United v Bournemouth. For me, West Ham were favourites, and you can see with the home support, they dominated the bulk of that game. And late on in the first half, Kurt Zouma gets a header, which was teed up controversially by his teammate Kehrer. But nevertheless, it went to VAR, but Zouma was rewarded the goal. And then in the dying moments of the game, West Ham get a penalty, and Said Barama puts it away very nicely, which finished West Ham United 2, Bournemouth 0. So I'm out of here yet again. If you've got anything to say about this weekend's game or yesterday's game, if you were at a game, whether you're at home or the away support, drop it in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, it's a pleasure to say ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my dodgy yawns. I'll be here again tomorrow for sure, and that will be for the preview of our game against PSV away, and it will be a different game, I believe. Other than that, look after your friends, look after your families, do look after yourselves. Peace, love, blessings again. And as DLG repping, we're going to talk again. Just remember, always be nice. Just please be nice.